Hello, everyone. Welcome to Well of Being. It's Melissa, intuitive healer, guide, and channel, and I am feeling drawn to do a choose your own adventure 3 for 3. So I like to do these on camera. See who is coming in. Wow, this one has been wanting to come in so much lately. The Starseed Oracle will be deck number 1. And the Rose Oracle wants to be deck number 2. Go Rebecca Campbell. And this one. The White Light Oracle, Elena Fairchild, will be deck number 3. So take a look at these 3 decks. Deck 1, Deck 2, Deck 3, and choose your own adventure. We'll start with Deck 1, the Starseed Oracle. It's a beautiful deck by Rebecca Campbell. All right. Who wants to come and play today? We have the Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. And the Courageous Peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. And our final card. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze within. Okay, so we have Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. Beautiful. So one of the things that's really showing up for me right now is this radiating light from the throat chakra. If you haven't done so, I encourage you to check out the download from today, Lightness of Being. One of the messages was that the throat chakra is really pivotal for us right now. Expressing and opening through our throat chakra, allowing ourselves to sing, to emote, because we're really activating our power of harmonic resonance, which there are many beautiful downloads that have come through about that. So seeing the full beautiful light that's coming from within and beyond right there at the throat chakra just really resonates with connecting in. So if this deck is your deck, you are really guided to focus on this area, to be aware of anything that might be blocking you to fully being able to express your voice, and allowing you to really play with this expression. Now, the intensity of the figure that looks very much like this being that is guiding and supporting you. So the message is that you are being very supported in this. So it may feel a little scary to you at first, the idea of fully allowing your true voice and authentic self to come through. But this card is really showing us that you are so supported. I mean, it feels like there's just these nestling structures all around and this very solid being in the center that is holding you as you're in the process of this opening. And I think part of the message too that is being reflected back to us is this opening here in the throat chakra, and we see this other like beautiful celestial alignment in the central channel, expanding out through the crown chakra, opening up through the heart, the solar plexus. So again, to me, it feels like there's something about it coming from here, that you have these other structures, but there's this powerful impact that the opening through the throat chakra has on all the other chakras, coming into expansion and alignment. I also feel it's very significant, this crystalline structure that's here at the foundation, that really is we can't fully see the feet or the root of this being because of this crystalline structure that is there. So there is a message around recognizing your rootedness and like a very, yes, it's here on earth, but it's not in the dense aspects of earth. Again, we're kind of reflecting back to this lightness of being message that there are on earth these beautiful, people call them ley lines, these crystalline grids that are here, and there's actual gems and crystals and beautiful other expressions of earth that are here. So there's something about recognizing your root and foundational connection here on earth through these crystalline grids that are here on the planet. And connecting in, of course, like celestially, we're bringing in the Sirius energy through this being that is supporting you in this process of both expanding through the throat chakra, expressing your authentic self, and recognizing that you've always been rooted in this crystalline grid for a purpose, that place of alignment. That's what it is, that strong place of alignment that brings harmony and balance within yourself and to the planet. So you have a powerful role to play. This is not meant to scare you. This is something you probably already know, because again, it's like you are so supported cosmically, you're supported here on earth with creating this alignment and opening. So this one is so beautiful, the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, and let yourself be seen. To me, this is the energy that's emanating from the throat chakra. This is the beautiful essence of your unique spirit that's emanating from the throat chakra. So sometimes, again, it's like it can feel scary, like I'm feeling like the peony when it's in its tight bud, but you are so supported in this alignment on earth, and you're supported cosmically, and there's all these beings that are around you that are like, bloom, flower. It is your time to bloom. Your beautiful, unique voice, your unique expression is being called to your life, to this place on earth, because there is this powerful alignment that you're holding here on earth. So I kind of want to do that right now. Love that. Okay. And this, interestingly, feels like it will eventually go down here. I'm going to move this. Whew. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So I'm feeling, deck number 1, folks, that this path that you're on, you have felt it for a long time. And as with a labyrinth, if you've walked a labyrinth before, it may feel like, am I really going anywhere? And then you get to the center, and when you wind your way out, you have the same experience. Am I really going anywhere? Am I moving forward? So the labyrinth always guides us within, layer by layer, looping back when we need to loop back, guiding us within. So there's something for you in reflecting on the journey that has unfolded for you to this point, and just really recognizing what has shifted. So there can be a feeling of, for card deck number 1 people, that you feel a little stuck. Like you do feel like you're just looping back on the same path again and again, but you're in this labyrinth, and it is taking you into deeper and deeper levels of you. And what I'm hearing is, it's especially around what's coming out in this card, like, you know what? I've been doing so much healing on this. You're telling me I've got more to do. And deck number 1, folks, I'm saying yes, but you are being called to really celebrate the path that has unfolded so far, to allow you to step into this next level. So it's a next level deepening connection, really anchoring into that crystalline grid, really opening into the divine support that is here for you, and allowing yourself to fully bloom and come into your highest expression, because this is creating your heaven on earth. That's what I'm hearing. That's how you create your heaven on earth, your home here on earth is by bringing your fullest, truest expression into this beautiful labyrinth that is your life. Gorgeous deck number 1, folks. All right, we have deck number 2. We are bringing back the Rose Oracle, also one of Rebecca Campbell's lovely decks. And we have card number 1, the Mystic Rose. Compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. This one wants to be shared. Oh, we've seen this one before, haven't we, folks? Codes of the Seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. And finally, deck number 2, folks, we have the Bud. Potential, promise, it's about to happen. Keep going. All right, I love this because this alignment is no accident, of course. So pulling forth this Mystic Rose, which of course immediately I'm feeling into Mother Mary's energy, She of 1,000 Roses. So calling in high levels of compassion. And I'm hearing that the compassion is very much for yourself. See, her whole head is roses. Her heart is a different shade of this beautiful rose. So calling in a high level of nurturing compassion for yourself on this journey, for where you are, and remembering that compassion is alchemical magic that takes when you hold something in compassion, it doesn't matter what it is, you are able to transmute it into love. For it has always had its place of alignment and purpose in your life. So holding yourself tenderly from this place of compassion, really the devotion is to you. The devotion is within. This isn't really, to me, what I'm really feeling in this. It's a very inward card. I mean, you can see she's kind of fuzzy, her external. So deck number 2, folks, you're on a very deep internal journey of opening with grace. I mean, I really am just noticing these words. I was saying them without noticing them. Turning within with compassion and grace and really embracing all aspects of your human journey. So I feel like there's some thorny parts of your past or trauma that you have not really wanted to, and even like her eyes are covered by the roses. Like you haven't really wanted to see them with your human eyes because they're so painful and hard to look at. And you're being guided to go within to really fully see. And again, through the eyes of the rose, through the eyes of compassion, with Mother Mary there, holding you and nurturing you on this process of opening into love, loving all aspects of your full experience. Whew. Codes of the Seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So I'm part of this inward journey, deck number 2, people, and why you've been called so deep for so long is because what you are bringing to the planet is this compassion. The code that you are bringing is compassion. Oh, wow, this is profound, deck number 2, people. You have a particular connection to the Magdalens and Mother Mary and Kuan Yin as well. So there's something about what you brought within your cosmic blueprint regarding compassion, but also what you've activated in this human lifetime. So what you have integrated through your earthly experience that has really pushed you to open and go so deep within yourself, to open this level of compassion for yourself. And what you are bringing into the world, you're literally activating high levels of integration of this compassion within yourself. So it's divine and it's embodied, and there's going to be a way that you bring it into the world. and express it into the world. And I think that's kind of where we get to this next card is this is a very tender process for you, deck 2 folks. The bud, potential promise, it's about to happen, keep going. So, this feeling that it was necessarily this very deep inward journey that you're still on. And you can't force the bud to open before the time is right. You cannot force the bud to open until the time is right. And you're going to know. You have divine timing, deck number 2, folks. You know the time for you. I mean, of course, this looks like a bud. I feel like these cards have come together before. So it feels to me like you're going to know the time when it's time for you to come and out of the bud, when it's time for you to grow out of the seed and fully integrate this blueprint of compassion into the world through your fullest expression. So being fully present with you when you're in all these phases is really necessary. So it feels like it's like this. Like this. So this phase is kind of the overarching inward phase of doing that deep reflection of using compassion as an alchemical modality to see all aspects of your experience. And then when you are ready, integrating it and weaving it into your DNA. And when you are ready, knowing when this takes root and knowing when it opens up to a bloom. So yeah, stages of this mystical, beautiful, cosmic process of transforming everything in your life into the rose. Everything. Transforming everything in your life into the rose. And what that looks like will be different for each of you. So basically that's taking the full experience. And of course, this is ongoing. You'll be nurturing this garden forever. And then what creatively your spirit does with this transformative magic of compassion will be uniquely yours, but it is going to integrate everywhere. This is a full expressive process for you, and you are going to bringing it, into your homes, into your work, and it is the thread of your purpose to bring this compassion into the world. Gorgeous. All right. And finally, we have deck number 3, people, a deck who has not come out to play yet, the White Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. If you're new to these, you know that I allow intuition to read the cards. The guidebooks have wonderful wisdom. Encourage you to play with your own intuitive reading of oracle decks before you consult guidebooks as well. There's some deep messages that come out when you do so. Theta of Venus. This one wants to be seen. Sacrament of Extreme Unction. And this top card wants to come out. Yogini of 285 Hertz. Wow. Okay. Beautiful. So, when I see this beautiful card, there is just this embracing of the softness of the feminine. The gentle softness of the feminine. This is something that may be like very unspoken, but it is felt. And it brings such a state of expansion, openness, and peace. So deck number 3, people, you are being called to really open into the softness of your being, the softness of your expression, and to deeply rest as you need to. I feel like deck number 3, people, you've had an intense journey. It has been very intense, especially of late for you. And it's like this deep softness that you are being called to. It like wants to hold you, like you're nestled in this womb. You're nestled in a womb. That's what it feels like. You are nestled in this womb. And even though, yes, you may see so much expression, expansion as we step into spring on so many aspects of the earth, for you, this may be a time to go kind of deep into the internal quiet. And how long that is for you will vary, but you're really, really being called to go into solitude, quiet, peace. And I'm just hearing like not a lot of distractions, like as much as possible, allowing yourself to be in stillness and peace and letting yourself rest, to deeply rest. Wow. And part of the reason why this is necessary for you, and this is part of your experience, is like you do things big, deck number 3 people, like extreme. Like this feels like you're in the womb and you're literally birthing. You're birthing. You're birthing. You're birthing new realities. You're birthing new realities. You're birthing new realities. I'm also hearing deck number 3 people that your work is absolutely necessary here on the planet. And a lot of you may be doing this in a quiet way, where people may not be really aware of the work that you're doing. So this is a shout out to you that we see you and we feel you and we know how absolutely essential the work you're doing on the planet is. So we celebrate you in this moment by bringing this card forth. We celebrate you and your fullest expression and the intensities that you experience in order to birth these new realities, these new paradigms, these new their frequencies and energies. And of course you will be bringing them into all aspects. You do bring them into all aspects of your life. But again, there's a lot of this work that you're doing that is happening at the invisible level. But I'm also hearing that because of the shifts on Earth, there is going to be more recognition of what you've been bringing forth. And that is something that's like actually super beneficial for your human self. Because you have spent so much energy in this place of quietly going through these intense birthing processes. And now it's like, it's really going to be received. It's really going to be received. So what that will look like for you in your life is you're going to be seeing more visible shifts and manifestations of the work you've been doing in the world, even if it's at the invisible level. So this is going to be a little bit of a leap for some of you. So this isn't going to look traditional. It's not like, all right, I'm going to start my healing practice and my YouTube channel, and it's not going to look like that, because we know, all of us know at some level that the universe can work in any way. It's magic, right? It's infinitely magic. And that your work has been acknowledged, even if at a visible level here on the earth plane, it hasn't been seen. At the in the other dimensional realms, it has been very much seen and very much acknowledged. And there is incredible abundance in a very visible, tangible way that is coming your way. That is coming your way for all that you have done for the planet and for all that you continue to do. So that's part of what I'm seeing with the shift on Earth. You're going to see a more direct, visible return on, you're doing it anyway. You're not doing it for the return, but at the same time, you're human and you've got to live. So, but you are going to be seeing that more. Wow. Okay. And this final card, the Yogini of 285 hertz. So she also feels like a very gentle expression of the feminine energy, a softness, an inwardness that has a more visible level of expression. Just seeing all of these curvilinear, her hair, so that flow, even though her eyes are closed and she looks like she's in deep stillness, there's this very visible level of expression to her. So it feels like these are phases of your being that you may often find yourself in this phase that's calling you to a deep restorative rest, almost like you're returning to the womb, in this phase where it's a more quiet level of connection and expression, and then in this explosive phase of the extreme. So yeah, I think deck number 3 people, you definitely have an experience that can really look and feel in the very human way as being an extreme, where it's like you may disappear and then it's like, there she is. So what else for this beautiful share? I think the biggest message is really just to reassure you that with all of the shifts that are happening on the planet, the work that you're doing has been really acknowledged and received. You are going to be seeing those more tangible return on the beautiful gifts you've been offering to the world. So that's one of the biggest messages I want to make sure that you take home, deck number 3 people, is first of all that you are allowing yourself, also just calling into this moment that like you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful in all the ways that you express yourself. And there's been some part of you that has struggled with this reality, like embodying it, that, you know, can almost feel like it's bipolar. But no, this is just simply how you play the game of life. So being gentle with yourself around that you do have these phases of going deeply inward, of being a little more expressive and being absolutely expansive expressive. And that this is just how your energy and spirit express themselves in their fullest way. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, let's bring the decks back for the final show. If I can put their pieces together, we'll go backwards. Deck number 3. These decks are fun if you haven't had these, the way they fit together. Deck number 2. And finally, deck number 1. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. If you are seeking one-on-one guidance, check out the offerings at wellofbeing.love. Blessings until next time.